Hello, everybody. This is Zach Osborne with the Tattoo Hang alongside
Keely Savage.
Fuck off.
Jeffrey Marcus.
I think it's the first time we've ever done it like that.
Keely Savage.
Keely Savage.
Wow, puberty's really hitting. That's cool. Whew.
How's it going, guys?
Well, very well. Oh yeah, I said I was going to start this off with a cheers,
Marvelous.
guys. Thanksgiving just happened. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm
Happy
thankful for you
Thanksgiving.
guys. Let's go. Let's
Thankful
get
for
in
you,
on that.
dude. Appreciate you.
Tink. Thankful for this haircut that I need.
Did you just slurp it in the microphone?
It's to immerse the audience.
Yeah.
Really draw them in.
Yeah, really get their attention.
So, it is Keely Savage's 1 year anniversary from when she started tattooing. Everybody get her a round of applause.
She's wildly excited.
I like it. I like the Steve Irwin.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Well, they don't know. They don't know the conversation that we just had about it. She's very excited.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. you
We'll
blacked
leave that
out a
alone.
hand. She blacked out a hand today. That was
I
crazy.
did. It was, oh my God.
Went
It was
brutal
fun.
black on
I
it.
definitely had a lot of fun doing it, but God damn.
7-second pause.
That's hard.
Gotcha. It's the what is it? What does he say? Calculon in Futurama. Dramatic pause.
No, dude, it looked like it was a pretty good time though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Definitely. But wow.
Different.
Different.
You know, it's weird. We do a live before we do our recordings, and like every time, it's like this. Like the live has to be crazy. Like it's got to be like attention grabbing. It's got to be like
Yeah.
And then it's funny because like every time we record, there's a longevity to it. So it's like we have to sit here for 45 minutes to an hour just bullshitting, and like really, you know, this is different than the live because the live's like you're
Hey,
watching for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, picks you way up, brings you way down.
Yeah.
You know, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
So it always starts out like this when we start recording. It's like a little slow, and then when we get into a conversation, though, it's like, God damn, like we were talking the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But we do this. Like the only reason we do this is because we sit. If we were at our house right now,
We'd be sitting and talking
we'd
for
be
45 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
100%.
Longer.
And it's pretty
Yeah.
entertaining conversation.
We've done this
Yeah.
at your house. That's how I know
We
you're
have,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was best at my house.
It was
Because
so
I'm
I'm
not gonna lie.
fun.
dude, I got to sit in a couch there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, you can't see what type of chair I'm sitting in.
100%.
Yeah. Yep. When I can get on a recliner and just hold a microphone in front of my face,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But we're trying to run video too, so
Oh man.
this will be uploaded to YouTube unedited and then Spotify edited because I like to edit my shit before I put it up on Spotify. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems more professional. But nobody
why he
podcasts are
makes the
kind of
big
like that. Or
bucks.
stop it. No. I'm not doing that anymore.
That was it.
I'm not editing
That was
your
it.
your boom pows. in
Dude,
your
they
hands.
It's her
loved it.
anniversary.
It's my anniversary.
It's the last one. Do a big one. Just a big. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Look, whoa, blew me away.
Whoa! It was so big.
Oh man.
So we got a lot of travel going on this year, coming up, starting in January. Starting January
Right off the bat.
25th to 29th is Philly. I missed Minneapolis, unfortunately, by the time
Yeah.
we got to it, but that's their original.
Hurts a little bit.
I don't think that there's going to be a single month in 2024 that you guys aren't at least out of state once.
January for me, actually, is the only
Or
month.
that
but
one of us.
I also chose to do
That's
that.
one of us.
because I knew
I'm also hanging back in
I
January.
can take care of some stuff on the home
Yes.
front,
Yes.
and then make Cleveland happen, which will be easy to then make
Just-
Chicago happen,
Man.
and it'll flow well for me throughout the rest of the year. Just that 1 month of
Kudos to anybody
Yeah.
that can make it happen, but going out on a trip right after slow season hits is just scary to me.
Facts.
So
It is.
Facts.
I am gonna hang back for January, but hopefully February I can jump back.
I don't
in
think
and-
that hits the veterans who travel more though as much. I think that's a
for sure.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
first 5 years thing.
If you're
you know?
booked
I
ahead
get
of time,
that.
you're good.
I get that.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But with Villain Arts, so there are Villain Arts that you kind of want to be booked ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Philly
like,
is not
even
one of
then,
them.
Philly's not the one.
Full disclosure, I've also never done a Villain Art show. This will be my first year
Attending
experiencing
one?
that. Yeah, correct.
So you're coming to Cleveland with us, correct?
Going to Cleveland.
Okay.
Shout out Kelly.
So because Cleveland's so close, I thought it would be a good idea if we all went and like put it down as the tattoo hang again instead of just tattooing.
Okay.
Because it's so close, the travel expenses are going to be nuts.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely trying to do both. Like, I mean, for most shows that we do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know there's going to be, some fluctuation in that. But don't get me wrong, I love doing this. This is so fun. And I love doing it on the road. Found that out, too. That's a fucking blast. However, yeah, I want a fucking tattoo. I want to do both of those fucking things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's just
Yeah.
I tattoo a day at a show. I don't give a fuck.
It keeps you busy.
Yeah.
It keeps you busy.
I couldn't
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a single time where any of us three were like available to do anything else other than
Very
what we're doing.
minimally. And when I was,
It
it was
was-
going to the hotel to like change. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really. I can answer my phone, but like I
Yeah.
can't really slow down what I'm doing. I still got to take care of shit.
Yeah, but I'm still walking. Yeah.
Yep. Christopher,
Walk with me.
walk with me.
It'd be like one or all of us went to go get food, and all of a sudden we were like, "Oh shit, awards are starting!" Like we had to go, But we did find out that Jeff is, a little unprepared, or was. I think he'll be more prepared the next time to do a live scenario by himself.
Well, yeah, dude. First,
What was
of
going
all,
through your head?
I'm so initially.
Yeah.
Initially,
Well,
I'm like,
both.
I'm good at talking and I can totally handle this. No problem. They're tattooing and I've got this. I've got the podcast for it. No worries. And then I hit live. And I'm like, oh, fuck. There's no one to talk to. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to people who are watching who aren't really there.
Right.
Different when you're by yourself. So the first one I did, it was less than 2 minutes. I want to say it was like a minute and 47 seconds or some
Do you think
shit.
you like physically sweat inside that 2 minutes?
I know I
for
did.
sure.
I'm aware. I'm like, I said everything I have to say and I have to go right now.
Yeah.
But then after that, I knew that I was going to have guests. I knew that I was going to be doing different things, so it wasn't going to be as bad. And as well as I knew that the audience wanted to hear what those people had to say, I wanted to hear what they had to say. So, like, please, by all means,
Yeah.
speak away.
Right.
But also, it was just good banter,
Yeah.
Good one with Mike Wallace.
Curtis
Anna.
Green, Anna Bridges,
That
James
was
Garcia
probably
came on,
my.
Danny
Don't
Moore.
know. I liked the little. I don't want to call them interviews, but more or less, you know what I mean.
Hangouts.
Yeah, but the
It's-
one-on-ones were really cool. I had a great time with Mike. I had a great time with Anna, and I had an awesome time. I was hanging out with Joey before we even got him on. It was a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
But
We'll just call them the hangs.
right.
The-
But when we were doing the judging, and then we had Jimmy, we had Danny,
Yes.
we had Curtis,
That was a vibe.
we had JP. That was so much more fun for me.
Yeah.
I was also way more drunk by the time those things rolled around.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, still. an
So I
absolute
found the
blast.
bottle of tequila.
It still exists.
It still exists. And I am inscribing it in glass.
Get that away.
Like I don't know if I'm gonna make it some sort of like statue or something, but it's gonna have something. That was our first tattoo hang live event.
I'm gonna put Brooks was here. If you get that reference, plus 10 points. I don't know what to tell you. You definitely don't get that reference. It's Shawshank. Shawshank Redemption. You don't know what that
No,
is?
we're not doing that.
You old ass nigga.
It'll be like
He's a no, we're not doing
I'm
that.
just gonna put like. Well, I thought maybe I could even put the Carnival of Ink logo on it, like etch it in there,
hot.
and then
The
put like
TH.
the T. Damn, that'd be so
The
hard.
TH, the Carnival, and the Wicked Fast. Boom. There's
On
4
each
sides.
side, there are 4 sides. Yeah.
Just
and
the
then-
side that says Patron gets left
And then
alone,
all
I guess.
3 of us can sign it in a glass etcher on the back side.
It's hot.
And then we give it away
Ooh.
for what, like a 5K giveaway? Like 5K
Okay.
followers or something? We've only got
I'm
like
not
800 right now.
opposed. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time. But who knows? That bottle will get sentimental by then.
I know. I'm be like, it's leaving? I haven't even drank it all, and it's
No.
leaving?
Is Zach Osborne getting sentimental?
just about this.
Somebody take a picture, bro.
Yeah.
Listen.
Santa Zach.
Listen, guys. Listen, guys. I love doing this. I love that people love us doing this. And I'm going to take any opportunity people give me and turn it into something huge.
Make it special.
Make it special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to slow down. I'm trying to keep it going.
Hey.
This
Right.
is so
Hey,
much fun.
I have no regards to making things sentimental. I love sentimental bullshit, but this motherfucker always gives me a hard time
Oh.
for being a sentimental
Keely
person.
likes sentimental things. Could have guessed.
Yeah.
She's like, I still have a jar of tears from when I was 13. That first time I heard Taylor Swift, I'll never forget. It's right
Who
here.
told you about the jar, bro?
I bought it on eBay, dude. I own the jar. It's my jar.
On the sniffer account.
You're Dirty Tree
And I'm-
Milker
and I'm
69.
What was the username again?
I said you're Dirty Tree Milker 69.
Dirty Tree Milker. Okay. Before
Stop it.
anybody gets too ha-ha about that, let's talk about the reason why Dirty Tree Milker is a thing. In the shop, we were all tattooing and watching a documentary on latex being brought out of a tree, and they would trench a spiral in it, and it would drop into a bucket right below that spiral. And it looked like fucking milk from a tree, and for whatever reason, one or all of us was like, Tree Milker. Why does that sound like a terrible fucking thing to be called?
Dirty Tree Milker.
You dirty fucking tree milker.
That's atrocious. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I don't offend too many vegans on that one, but, you know,
It's fine.
yeah, don't be a dirty tree milker.
Yeah. Keep that shit to yourself. That's bedroom talk.
What are your suspension plans this year?
Actually, I did recently reach out to the Plank team about seeing if they do anything outside of conventions, because I'm not going to Kansas, and I know that they're going to be in Kansas. I'm not sure if they're going to be in Springfield. They were not in Springfield last year. I don't want to wait until Kansas City next year to go up again, because I love this team. I love them. Like, I love the way they do it. Like, personally, I've had the best experiences from that team. I'm not saying none of my other experiences were not worth it. or
Will
not
you
bad.
end up going up with NGN at Resurrection
Possibly.
again? you think?
Possibly. Yeah.
Okay.
But man, but they're not doing any private sessions since it's the holidays. I don't know if they do private sessions outside of the holidays or not, but it does sound like they're
Plank.
mostly the Plank. They're mostly conventions.
No, that makes sense.
Do they
I
do
know, I
they
just
do
don't
other
wanna
conventions
wait.
besides
I don't wanna
COI?
wait. I don't know.
They have to.
They said they'd be in Kansas.
Well, that's Leavenworth, right? That's
The
January
nearest,
also.
But yes, I am wanting to go up again. Obviously, this next year, I was wanting to go up more often. Now that I'm like just so much more comfortable with it, but yeah.
I wonder if they're going to be at a Russ Quinn show, possibly, with it being so close. I'm pretty sure that they're based out of Missouri, right? Plank is?
I think so. Kansas City.
I could be wrong about that. But I know that they've been working with Anna,
Yeah.
and she's out of Missouri. So I'm
Right,
just assuming. But yeah, I wonder if maybe, or a different suspension team possibly, or not at all. You know, there's a lot of different side. I don't want to say sideshow. That sounds not nice. That's not what I mean.
That's what they call themselves, bro.
Okay. I just didn't want to be disrespectful about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because, like, first of all,
Yeah.
that's a whole event.
Well, that's not okay. So
know what I mean?
sideshows are more like the sword swallowers, the acrobats,
Yes.
the you know what I
Yes.
mean.
Fair.
So whereas
Fair.
suspension
This is
teams
just
are
Yeah.
body suspension.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It sounded a little.
don't want to say disrespectful, but kind of disrespectful. I
yeah,
get it. I get it.
I want to put the right connotation to it because I don't mean anything negative about it. I don't have a negative fucking thought about.
Yeah, and I
those
love
things.
I love the team. I love, man. It's every suspension team I've met so far is pretty
Solid.
like as far as
just the
who
most
they are as people.
down to earth, reassuring, calming people. Honestly, and that's just real. Like, I think that is a box that you have to have a check mark in if you're gonna if you're gonna be doing this for people, is you have to have that calming, reassuring, and just overall like decent nature. You know what I mean? If you're not any of those things, like, naturally, I don't think that that's something that you'd be successful at doing.
Well, it'd be weird if they were dicks about it. You know what I mean? If they're like, hey, fuck you, and we're going to put hooks in you, and we're going to hang you
weird.
up, and we're going to be mean about it. I'd be like, wow,
But
no
you
one's
can't.
doing that.
But even then, I'm not saying, like, if you're a mean person. I'm just saying, like, if, like, because there's a difference between being naturally a calming person and just, like, reassuring, like, as who you are versus just being aloof about it. You know what I mean? I need to
Word.
know that you give a fuck
Yeah.
about why I'm up here, about what I'm doing, about how I'm doing while I'm up there. And I've never had a single person that's helped me
Yeah.
go up. That has never once been where I, like, trust you with everything inside of me right now, with my life, with all of it.
And you can definitely tell it's not about money for them. It's not about having a big name. It's about doing the shit that they love and sharing that.
Yes.
That's beautiful, man.
In my opinion, I'll pay for it all day, every day. The most I've ever paid for a suspension is $200. It was worth it in every ounce of what it is for me. To some people, it's not, and that's okay. Some people don't understand it.
Fair.
And it's hard for me to describe it to people that don't understand it. You know what I mean? It's like, but I think more for them, like, having to get money from people is just so that you can keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
and it costs money to autoclave things. It costs money to send biohazard off. It costs money to employ people.
It's just like, and
It's a job.
it's just like tattooing, and it's just like piercing in the sense that a lot of things have to be thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use a lot. You reuse, like, a lot of things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you don't want to pay for it, you're probably not serious about it.
Real shit.
And you don't need to go.
But that's with
Honestly.
everything in our fucking industry. I would say that about tattoos. Oh, you don't want to pay for the tattoo?
Because you can go get it cheaper somewhere
Good
else.
luck getting
You
that
know,
shitty
I
house
did.
tattoo. That's
I
all you, big dog.
I did have somebody be, like, confused, like, or not, that didn't know that I had been paying to do this whole time. Like, I'd been giving them my money, and I'm like, this is their job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you pay for your belly button piercing?
Mm-hmm.
They're piercing me.
You did?
I
You know
could
what I
see
You paid
mean?
for your belly button? Awesome.
I know guys who've had their belly button pierced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is.
Several.
It's just like, if you want to go skydiving, you're paying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to go bungee jumping, if you want to go swim with sharks, you are paying to do all of that. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, so it's the same.
Just because something's scary, just because something's exhilarating, just because
Just 'cause you don't understand it.
people, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But just because 2% of people want to do it, doesn't mean you don't pay for it.
Doesn't mean the
No.
value is not there.
Well, and I can see where there's some ignorance. You know what I mean? Like if they genuinely just don't understand how
And
things like
I'm-
that work. You know, but
Yes.
it's
yeah. I don't ever take
Common
offense.
sense would
I
dictate.
never take
Yeah.
offense when people are like,
It's like, oh, they're not
Ugh,
paying
that
me to
looks-
do this.
that looks
Yeah.
so gross, or ugh, I just can't watch it. I don't take offense to that. What I
Greg.
take I take
Donna Beer.
offense. I take offense to, and I've never heard this in person. I've seen videos of it online where people are commenting on, like, the fact that people do it, but I've heard, like, the take of, well, I would never be her friend because something is not well.
oh
there.
well, fuck
You know,
the haters
and I'm
first
like,
of all.
I'm like, that's where I'm at with, like, that's where it starts to get like, hey, what I do in my free time has nothing to do with you. What I do as a
Mm-hmm.
hobby has nothing to do with you. If you don't understand it, that is completely okay. You don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to
Well, I
understand
think that's
it.
a message to have for the entire community of just this whole thing. Is like, if you don't want to live your fucking life, you don't have to. But other people are going to live
Yeah.
their life around you, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to live your fucking life, it doesn't mean you put
100%.
down other
Most people
people for
don't.
living theirs.
Most people don't,
Mm-hmm.
but believe me and mine are gonna. You know,
Yeah,
100%.
it's just like when we went to Pensacola. Not, you know, I can't. My grandpa's a big, you know, bad biker dude. Grandpa Bill.
Grandpa
And,
Bill.
you know, he's been riding a Harley since, you know, 1970, whatever the fuck. And I've assumed this whole time that he has been on these just monster trips, like, just, you know,
State to state.
yeah, state to state, like going across the United States. Like, people do
Right.
that shit. Turns out there's not many fucking people that are going to ride 1,600 miles in a single trip. It's just not going to happen. So, like, that's me living my life. If somebody calls me crazy, Sure, I'm crazy.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Are you
Yeah.
ever gonna fucking do it?
And maybe that's a little bit of why I'm gonna do it too. You know what I mean?
That is
'Cause,
exact-
'cause
that's-
it's
that is
fucking
why I do
crazy.
it.
Because I'm crazy. Because I want to do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe I am crazy. Is it affecting you that I am? Is my is me hooking my back up being the craziest thing that I've done this year affecting you?
Well, that and it's just as much to say somebody that's going skydiving is crazy.
Yeah.
It's-
Wow.
it's
are
it-
crazy.
it's-
It's wild.
You know, it's
Yeah.
really one of those things.
Well,
where just
I
live
would
your own life.
never do that. That's okay.
Yeah, then
you
please
don't
don't.
have to.
Then please
you do
don't.
not have to.
I will sky.
And I say that as someone who-
I will
Fuck
rock a
you.
mountain climbing.
Someone-
I will.
Who totally supports you in your suspension and just suspension as a whole. Love that. That's not something I need to do for myself.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's not for me. Because my balls
Yeah.
don't contain that kind of energy.
And I'll
don't
give you
need
that. I'll give you that.
But Keely's do.
But I love that it does
My-
for her. I love that she enjoys that.
See, my favorite conversation to have about my suspensions are with people who are on the fence about it. Like I want to, but just the way it looks, I haven't, you know what I mean? I can't even get a piercing, you know? And I'm like, and here's what I have to tell them. I will not get my belly button re-pierced ever. Why? Because that shit was fucking painful and I don't want to have to deal with it again. Like literally, that's real life. I do not want to get my belly button re-pierced because of how much it hurt.
That's why I won't do my nipples again,
I
bro.
won't. Right. I
That's
will
real
not.
shit.
I will not get my nipples pierced because I'm terrified to do so. I'm scared that it's gonna hurt. But I'll
You
hook.
do.
I'll put hooks in my fucking back and I'll go up on a rope and just float through the air.
Yeah.
It's different, bro. It's not pain.
Let me tell you how it's different. They take a big sized pin.
Or bigger.
Fucking
Or
yeah,
bigger.
like a big pin sized fucking needle and shove it through your back right in your nape.
That is the most painful part. As soon as you get pierced, everything that your body is meant to do, it starts doing. Your adrenaline starts going. Your dopamine starts running. Your endorphins, every single chemical that your body can release that is going to help you through this is being released. By the time I have the hooks in my back, by the time I've sat there long enough for them to rig everything up and get me ready to go, I'm fine. My body is doing its job, and by the time I get up in the air, the pain is not there.
Listen to the
That's
advocate.
beautiful.
Listen to the advocate. That's all I got to say.
If I wanted to
She's done
suspend, I would be doing it right now. Actually, she
This
just
is-
hyped me up.
this is her third,
Still
bro.
not.
Yeah,
but
like-
so down. Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I couldn't have said it better. I mean, I never did it. So that's the thing.
I've been
is it-
asked so
the
many
whole thing.
times about it that I've kind of got a speech ready for everybody that wants to know
You're-
about it.
You're
You know
a
what I mean?
little, You're a
Right.
little bit suspension famous, a little bit. 'Cause
At
every
least
show,
around here.
Yeah, well, every show that
No,
we go
and,
to,
and Springfield,
Yeah.
Missouri, Kansas City. And,
they're like,
you know.
"Oh my god, I saw you go up, and you were just so great, girl. I love it so much." And I'm
And
like, "Bro,
and Sid the
they don't
Kid.
even- they don't even know your fucking name,
Yeah.
and they love it."
Who is it?
Pardon?
Helm. Lana Helm.
Lana Helm, yeah.
Lana-
Lana
Joe,
Helm,
yeah.
Sid the Kid, and Anna Bridges. Those
Mm-hmm.
are also the other people I associate with like going up. Besides like
Lana.
Eric.
For
Lana
Plank, yeah.
is one of the huge ones, factors.
Lana's
My
Lana, you're nuts.
my very first Kansas City convention, my very first Carnival of Ink convention that I went to, was the year that Anna and Lana went up in tandem, where they had the
Yeah.
big
Right, that huge bracket.
yeah.
Right?
That
half
Yes,
shit was
circle.
where they
so
had
cool.
the big bracket and they had ropes on one side, ropes on the other,
And they swung
and they
around.
swung together. And I don't know, and just you could tell when they before they went up and when they got down, just the connection between the two of those women, beautiful.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I could ever do that one day, to have a connection with somebody, to be willing to go up like that with them,
Mm-hmm.
I will take
That's-
it, because that's such an amazing
Yeah.
connection to have with somebody, and
Oh,
such
God,
an
yeah.
amazing story to share with somebody also, like forever.
Absolutely. Yeah, no one can take that away from the two
Ever.
of you, you know?
Ever.
So let's talk about, not to get too far off, but one, there was a fucking wedding at the convention in Kansas City.
Yes.
Loved that. And two, to tie it back in, Lana got suspended for the ceremony.
She was the flower
And-
girl.
That
And-
was so dope.
Guys, she had
Piercing
what
play.
is it, 6 or 8 different feather piercings.
So that was
Yes.
in her arm?
Yes.
It's called piercing play, and so they're piercings that are not meant to stay in the skin. They are purely for decoration for whatever
That
moment.
sounds sexual.
It can be. It's
It might not
it's,
be. Yeah. Hell
it's,
yeah.
it's a similar. I'm not saying that that's what it was for her, but
Right.
it can be. It can be. It can be anything for anybody.
That's
you
nuts.
know. But
And that's why I said
I've
she was
seen-
I
crazy.
got a new thing. Oh
and
shit.
the feathers. Those feathers were just the tip of the iceberg on what you can do with piercing play. I've seen people get heart designs in their chest with 37 needles, and then it's all taken out at the end, and it's still there because
That's rad.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
really cool. It's part of the body mod community, and like
She was getting it in while we were in Kansas City. I didn't even notice she went off, but she knows some shit now, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Dude, or either earlier in that day or the day before. I want to say the day before. She did like a 8-point suspension sideways.
Lana did.
Like on her down her side and
I
on this
remember that,
leg,
yeah.
and then I believe there was 2 on the other leg.
And I don't
Holy shit!
correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody who knows, like for real, but I'm pretty sure that was Lana's first time doing an 8-point suspension like that, and those are
I don't know personally, but it
one
could have been.
of the hardest mentally and physically.
Like on your body?
Oh my god, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure because it's not. I mean, don't be wrong. Like the scruff of your back, got some thickness to it. You know what
It's
I mean?
the scruff. It's
Yeah.
like the way they describe it. It's the best for beginners is to go from your back, your shoulder, like
Yeah.
right by your shoulder blades. There is because the way they describe it is like when you pick up a dog or a puppy
By the scruff.
or a kitten, you pick them up by their neck right
Yeah.
there, and it doesn't bother them. That's like our scruff.
But now imagine the skin going down your rib cage. I'm a bigger guy.
I
That
do.
skin still isn't as
So
fucking thick as
eventually-
back there.
I want to be suspended eventually 2 points right here. Eventually I'm going to do it all. I know I am. I'm 23
Yep.
and I'm into it, you
Shit,
know?
I'm getting
Yeah.
hung by my eyelids. Let's go.
So I have no doubt in my mind that what there is available I will ultimately end up doing. It's just depending on when and how is because like right now I do not have any plans for my next suspension to be any different than from my back.
Yeah,
But
So-
we'll see, you know?
100%.
So Keely's getting suspended probably at least twice this year, right?
Hopefully more. I did
Well, Villain Arts doesn't
twice.
seem to have
they
too
do.
many.
They do.
Oh, I'm
They
sure they
actually So I don't know what team is at Villain Arts anymore, but
I know NGN used to be one of them, but they don't anymore.
yes, I
one
saw. I
reason or
don't
another.
have any names. If anybody does know that's watching this and they know who does Villain Arts suspensions now, it looked like a very lovely lady. I saw a video of someone getting suspended at Villain Arts. It looks like
A
So-
blast.
it does. I mean, it just all of it looks fun. Yeah.
And for any of you out there judging Keely for her lifestyle, fuck off. As well as fuck off for me and Jeff's lifestyle. Because
Listen,
here's the thing.
Shout out baby mamas.
Y'all,
What's up, dog?
y'all live your own life.
if my mom is okay with what I'm doing, you better be okay with what I'm doing because that's the only
Does
opinion.
your mom-
does your grandma know?
I don't know.
That's a no.
I don't think it's been
That's a
mentioned.
That's a no.
And I'm not going to be the one to tell them because, and it's not even just because, and here,
Devil worshiper.
Oh,
stop
Stop it.
and here's the thing is like, I'll explain it to people that are willing to understand it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like have to explain to my grandmother why I do suspensions because it's like deeper than that. You know what I mean? It's not just because like, ooh, I like the feeling of it. No.
Well, to try and explain to someone who's just not going to get it is a waste of their time and yours.
Well, not necessarily, but the reason that I do it has a lot to do with my mental and like all that. And I don't want to have to explain to my grandma that I'm not always
Like a
okay
healing
sometimes
type
and that
thing.
I need to
I'm
hook
gonna
hooks in my back and hang up to be okay with me not always being okay all the time. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna basically call this episode the reason why you get suspended.
Yeah.
This is Keely's first year.
She's
This
writing
is
a
the end
tell-all
of her first
book.
year, yeah.
Keely, and how this is not self-mutilation. I actually enjoy this.
Oh,
that's the
and I
thing.
do. Listen, so
That's real.
I love my little scars. You can see all like. So I've been suspended 3 times now, and there's just
The
one.
first time's gone.
Well, the first time's
Basically.
only
It
gone
looks like tan
so
marks. Like
I
little-
have-
Yeah.
from each time that I suspend. There's 2 little points on each side of my back, and right here on the outermost point, there's 1, 2, 3 dots, and you can tell how old they are just by looking at each one of them, and they're like varyingly different. I think it's cute. I don't know. I like it, and I have asked
They're
people
cool.
like. I know I have had people ask me like, are you worried about your back just being absolutely covered in scars or this and that? I'm like, and if I do get to a point where my back is just like completely
You got a
like,
tattoo back there. bro.
I do.
Clearly, we're not worried about coverage of anything.
Scars don't
You know?
like, that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be a day where I'm completely covered in tattoos, and I think that my scars are gonna be the least of my problems. Like,
If they're associated with beautiful memories, then fuck
and
it.
they're so
They
much
could be whatever.
Fact.
smaller.
Hashtag facts.
And
bro.
that's real. Like, I'll show people my scars, and they're like, "Oh my, those are so small," and I'm like, "Yeah, they're just." It's a piercing. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
I didn't get shot.
Yeah.
I didn't get stabbed. You know,
Yeah.
like, come on.
It's a very delicate process, and the people who are doing it know exactly how to do it. It's medical.
It's
like
medical.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's not.
It's medical.
Yeah, they do
Thank
it-
they
you
do a
for
good
that.
Yeah, it is.
We're doctors.
They're all. Yeah, it's a very. Like, that's it. They're not doctors.
Do you remember?
One of them's a nurse, actually,
Dude, stop.
who
I
does
tell
it.
everyone that we're doctors.
Do you remember the first time you went up with the Wicked Fest stuff on you?
At Resurrection.
Yeah, no, it was Kansas City the first time. Havoc was
No,
there.
Kansas City the first time I had the Wicked Fast belt.
Oh, you didn't have stickers.
No, that's why we tried to do it at Resurrection. Because we had the idea after I had already come down.
Right. And
Shout
it was
out
the-
Donna Beer
but
for
they
caring
were
about Joe Titties.
Yeah, no joke. But definitely 100%. Where are you going? Oh, hell yeah. Jeff just left to go get some more of the yum yum.
I told him I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And Daddy don't lie.
But as always, guys, I do want to mention our sponsor because we always seem to get out of line without mentioning our sponsor.
And honestly, we have a
Zach
story
does.
regarding our sponsor that
We
we
do.
can tie into suspension if you guys would like to.
I did
Sharing's
win.
caring. Let's hear it.
Yeah, go for it.
So my very first time was the very first time I met Havoc, actually the owner of Wicked Fast. He's an amazing dude, super
Makes
easy.
everything by hand.
And super easy to get along with immediately. Like
Talented artist.
within 30 seconds of meeting him, I loved him.
Oh, hold on. Before anything else, just know Brian McElworth / Havoc, we call him,
Big dick,
is
baby.
also one of the only people I have met so far that owns an aftercare company
And tattoos.
and tattoos.
Yep.
Go ahead.
True.
Tattoo owned. Tattoo artist owned.
Anyways,
By
first time you met
artists,
Havoc.
For artists.
First time I met Havoc was my first Carnival of Ink. And he was super awesome. I had gone back, talked to the suspension team, came back to the booth, told everybody about it, and Havoc was like, he had said he wanted to watch, but then I came back down. I wasn't wearing a shirt that was going to be able to stay on and have the hooks in my back, and so I did have to borrow pasties from a client that was getting her chest done that day. And so when I came down, Havoc said, well, next time you go up, I'll give you Wicked Fast stickers, and we can put them on your nipples so that, like, you can be the Wicked Fast girl.
Great
Which is
advertisement with some double D's, bro.
awesome.
Yeah. And everyone was looking at my boobs anyways. We know it. I know it. It's fine.
Not me. I would never.
Woman and man.
You're
bro.
gross.
Yeah.
Don't even.
I knew.
The men were like, and the women were jealous.
Yeah.
Yup.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I knew. So I was like, yeah, that's an
Cheers.
awesome idea. And I actually, the second time that I got suspended was this year at Resurrection, and he happened to be there again also. And so I did. I grabbed a couple of stickers from him. It was all good. Unfortunately, this time my adrenaline spiked like the most out of all three.
Sweat.
I was
pouring.
sweating. I was shaking. I was all this. I sweat the Wicked Fast stickers off. So we had, like, they were not sticky even in the slightest.
I
And
will
He's being
interject.
modest.
I will interject because that was a learning experience, I believe, for you. Because your third time wasn't shit. I feel like the first time you were like, I don't know what to expect. The second time you did know what to expect, but you were nervous.
And it was
And
at
then
the different team.
Yeah, right.
True.
Right.
So,
and then the third time
then
you were
another-
so comfortable, you went up for a while. Anyways, the
You were
Wicked Fast
moving.
the Wicked Fast stickers did not stick.
They didn't stick.
Boobs
So
too big.
unfortunately, I still haven't figured out a way to rep Wicked Fast while I'm up. But trust me, it's on my mind. I'm gonna figure it out, Havoc. Don't worry.
We'll figure out some
I'm
screen printed
repping-
pasties
yes,
or something.
We're gonna
I'm-
tattoo Wicked Fast logos around her nipples.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Calm down.
I'm
calm
gonna
down.
be repping Wicked
Hashtag boobs
Fast.
too big.
I don't know. Maybe I can get a Wicked Fast tube top, maybe, and that will just be there. Because
Now Havoc does do screen printing, so that might be like a real option.
a tube top would work. Because honestly, and I will say this, as much as I know that like my boobs bring it, I honestly was so much more comfortable this third time with a shirt on, and that's just like
I get that.
That's
I
how
also want a tube top, by the way.
Third, whatever you did the third time you went up on that live, we have it on the old. God damn it! Some things I need to mention real quick. The Tattoo Hang has a new page. If you followed our old page, unfortunately, we do have a new page now.
We fucked up.
Yeah, we did fuck up.
We fucked up.
We made a person.
We have
out of
fucked
the
up.
Tattoo Hang, but
Sorry.
goddamn, sorry. I'm over here drinking with my boy, and of course we went through a bottle because every time we fucking do a podcast, we go through a bottle. of
And I feel
liquor.
great.
And then
I
we
think you're more drunk
proceed,
than I am.
and then we proceed to talk about how they shouldn't be going through a bottle within the span of one podcast. And then we're like, no, yeah, we'll do better next time, guys. And then they do it again.
And then we almost do
Okay,
better.
I'm drinking
First things
Coca-Cola.
first.
I do not
what
have
you need to
alcohol in here.
understand about Jeffrey Marcus is
He has
he's-
control issues.
no, wrong.
No,
He's
because
just a
more
liar.
I will
He's
say
just
half,
a liar.
half or more has been me at this point.
Okay, we are
Like,
liars.
damn.
And based on our other purchase, what we're gonna be fine. Don't even trip.
Oh, dude.
We're cool.
Oh, can we bring it up?
Please,
As if you're coming.
please do.
I'm bringing it up, and I'll talk to Spotify about it.
You're
Oh.
you're a hero for
So,
this.
I
went
thought
to
we
the
were
liquor
talking.
store.
I thought we were talking about our other purchase, and I was like, why would you show that?
I don't know
I
what
went
you're
to-
talking. Oh, I do now. No.
I went to the liquor store, and I couldn't really help myself after he told me that it was the last one out of 6.
help myself.
I have never seen a single person sitting at this table drink Fireball.
I drink Fireball.
Do you wanna
I drink Fireball in the winter because it's cinnamon whiskey. Like, come on.
get a little bit of that going? Actually, come here.
They bought a keg.
Piss off.
Look at that motherfucker.
Oh man, what does it say?
There's 3 handles in here.
You crazy motherfucker.
I know. There are 3 full. There's a gallon and a half.
I didn't go in with him, and look what happened.
You know, on the fucking.
If they had this with Jameson, though, I would have 40 of them in my Fiesta.
You know, earlier this morning, this motherfucker's like, I'm penny pinching.
Yeah, stop it.
I'm gonna be penny pinching
Yeah,
for a
and
while.
then yesterday, check it out. So this happens in the tattoo community. I'm standing up now. Wow. Okay. Anyways.
Oh, wow.
So yesterday, I was like, man, it's slow season. I hate this slow season.
Yeah,
I got
you've
nothing.
been so slow.
Then tomorrow, or
Rat
we'll say
bastard.
what, hours later after having this epiphany,
Excuse me.
a $750 tattoo comes in. Anyways, that's the Fireball. It's a whole kick.
If you just say shit and things happen, why don't you manifest that Jeff gets booked for December? Let's just try it and let's see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hashtag book with me.
Yeah.
And Keely and Zach or whatever.
Man, let's talk about that.
What?
So we went off subject on your suspension a little. And I'm sorry about that, but
That's okay.
slow season.
Ouch.
It's a killer, right?
Oh my god.
So,
You've been tattooing for how long?
Professionally?
Yeah.
Year 4.
You've been tattooing for how long?
this is my first year as of today, and honestly, last year I didn't really even get to feel the real grip of slow season because when I first got my license, it was you pay for what I'm using and you're getting tattooed. You pay for my supplies.
This is the worst
And so I
year.
didn't have problems getting people in because what they were paying like $40 for whatever they wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now this year, I'm still cheap. I'm still a very cheap tattoo artist.
You just hit
But a lot of
apprentice
people
status.
are just it's
But
just, it's
I
that time.
have hit a point to where I know what I'm worth. And even though like I might not be worth as much as like $200 an hour or $150 an hour, I still piece
I'm only 100 actually.
really. I still
I
piece
did 120 for a
I
little
still
bit, but
piece
nah.
price for what I think I'm worth, and unfortunately, it's not supplies anymore.
No, and you know what? Bravo, because that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get better. You're supposed to be worth more money, and you fucking are.
So I'm feeling this slow
So,
season this year, and
it's
it's
rough.
in its entirety. Because last year I went through it in complete and utter bliss. Like, I'm tattooing
Yeah.
every day.
And I get that when you're doing the bangers, when you're doing the shop minimums, it's not that bad because I can pull someone in for whatever you want, and it's fucking smaller than my palm.
Yeah.
Get in here for that $80 tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. But then,
Yeah.
and I mean it when I say it. This for me personally has been the worst slow season thus far since I've started tattooing professionally. It's not even kind of close.
I will say.
It's my first.
I will
I've
say.
staggered a little bit. This is rough.
After you get past a certain point, there is no slow season.
Well,
I agree with that too. 'Cause
I
I
would-
see it. I see it in
Well,
a
that's
lot of people
okay.
I know.
So that's mostly true. I haven't hit that yet. I'm getting close.
You've
do
hit
you
it.
do you understand that
You've hit
you
it.
are also an anomaly?
you also used to have Zach. So he likes to have 2 clients a day, one at 11,
Dos.
one at 4. And
Yes.
that's perfect. It's a good space. It
I
gives,
will say
it
that
gives
that
each
has
client
slowed.
it gives each client at least
That
5
has
hours.
slowed.
You know, and yes, you still have 1 client in every single day, but you used to have 2.
But that's 50%.
So, and that's agree to disagree. You are still surviving out here in slow season, which is amazing.
Right.
But I do think that you're feeling it more than you think you're feeling it.
It's a lot more
Yeah.
time for our podcast if we want it to be. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But no, and
That's the
I do
thing.
agree. And 1 client per day for most of us is pretty good. It's better than no clients per day.
Right.
But based
Yeah.
on, and you're right, most of the year, you do pull the 2. And hell, you could pull more than that. You have.
Bro.
I would-
So
I will
50%
say-
it's a hit, you know.
I will
Yeah.
say it is slow season, sure. Focus on yourself, focus on your social media. I've gotten to focus on a lot more things with the tattoo hang because of it, for sure.
Yeah.
Which I love. If the only thing I could say for any tattoo artist that is going through the slow season and like really feeling it is just, man, it's gonna be gone.
Stick
it's
it
gonna
out.
go away.
Because
100%.
you know what comes almost directly after slow season? Tax season.
Oh, it's immediately after. It's so fast.
Well, I will say it's probably it's around the late March, April territory.
It starts early February. It starts early
and
February.
I would almost argue to say that's when it kind of picks up back again.
I'm going to say, from November to January, tough.
kind of ass.
Tough. Early February is when it picks up, and then it carries you until the summertime.
And then it hits in March.
It hits. Now, I'll also say this. As much as I agree with what I said earlier, that this is the roughest slow season I've had, it has also been amazing on the social media aspect. Everyone's been showing love. Everyone's been sharing, liking my stuff. It hasn't landed in a lot of tattoos. It hasn't landed in a lot of clients. And for that, that's unfortunate. But with that being said, I don't want the love to go unrecognized. A lot of
Yes.
love. Very appreciated.
Yes, because like as much as it sounds like we might be complaining that like no one's coming to get tattooed, I get it. I understand. You're worried about Christmas. You're worried about your family. You're worried about how you're going to buy your kids presents this year. You know what I mean? Tattoos are 100% the last thing on your mind, and I get that.
Yeah.
But and honestly, I do like this month so far. I know we're only like 5 days in December.
Yeah.
But I've
Don't
thrown
scare me
people.
like
I've thrown
that.
people bones. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen. I know, like, I'll give you 30% off this tattoo. I understand, or even like, I'll give you like, I don't know. If I know that you've been showing me love and that you, like, that love doesn't go unnoticed, and I want to make sure that people feel it just as much. Like, if you're liking all my stuff, if you're sharing all my posts, if you're like commenting, or even shooting me a message, like every now and then, telling me like, hey man, I see what you're doing so good.
Oh, yeah.
Keep like I'm gonna tell, like, if I need somebody in that day, I'm gonna tell you to get your ass in here for $100.
You hype me up, I'll
You know?
hype you up. Absolutely. You show that love,
Yeah.
that love will come right back to you, I promise,
Yeah.
every time.
Because like people don't have money to spare in
No. I
around
get it,
Christmas
you know?
time, and
we
like
got kids. I know y'all get
Yes.
it. I get it as
Yeah.
fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But also, it's like he said, it doesn't last forever. And
Just
that's the
don't
beautiful
ever
thing.
get down on it.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, there's,
I'm still rocking it out.
We're in a nice to have, not a need to have
Yeah.
kind of play. Like we're in that kind of career, and that comes directly from my sponsor, guys. Like we're having conversations about people not being in the best state of mind coming into the slow season, because it is one of our worst slow seasons. You're correct. Everybody's not having a good time right now
Right.
in the tattoo industry.
Getting real low.
You get past a certain point, and yeah, you don't have a slow season. You do, but you don't. You do both those
Slow
things.
season doesn't mean a stopped season.
And
Yes.
that's why
Yes.
everybody is really
Because it kind of came to a grinding halt for some people.
well. It's a
And-
saturated market.
Yeah.
I'll also say this: I'm still grateful for it. I'm still grateful for the industry I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm still grateful for.
This is the
I get to do
greatest thing.
this. I get to do this. I get to do the podcast with my friends. I get to do amazing tattoos
get
for
to-
amazing people and get better and grow. I love what I do. Fuck
Yeah.
a slow season. I'm still grateful for that.
Facts.
All day.
It's one of those things where you have to appreciate, and everybody that's listening, just know that it's all gonna get better. It's shitty for everybody right now. Let's be honest. Nobody can get a job. There's a lot going on right now as far as the country's going, and that's
Yeah.
all I'll say, because I don't get into politics and
No.
that shit anymore.
And
But
that only makes it all fucking worse.
But the
Pretty sure
economy
it's a
is,
voting
you
year,
know,
isn't it?
houses are more expensive than they've ever been.
Cars are getting crazy.
Cars are getting expensive. Everything's expensive. But you know what? If you're not a bitch about it, go make more money.
Yeah.
And that's really how it is. Like, you can have the mentality of going through the slow season, going through whatever in general, not just tattoo artists, but like going through this season in a depressive state, or you can kind of just get the fuck
Yeah.
going.
You can maneuver
like,
it.
Like,
Make it work.
get your shit going. Like,
Yeah.
you can. Everybody will say it's hard to find a job. No, it's fucking not. It's hard to make money. No, it's fucking not. Get on your side grinds. You know, like,
Mindset.
figure your shit out. It's all about
Yeah.
what's in here.
It's that
And
mindset.
it's all
Yeah.
about mindset.
What you got, Keely?
Well, mostly just like if you're, and because like on this, like the subject of it's hard to get a job, just totally random, but like it's not, like he said, it's not hard to get a job. It's hard to get the job that you want to get.
And it's hard-
Agreed.
If you're gonna be picky about what jobs you're gonna accept, but you also are not making any money, but you don't want that job, then that's on you, bro.
And that's the same thing with
go,
tattoos.
Go make tacos at Taco Bell until you can find something better, because
Yeah.
guess what? It's something. You know what I mean?
And I
Yeah.
equally hate that it's like that, but I also understand
it's
if
something.
you got a family at home and you need to put food on the fucking table for that family, I'm gonna take the
Anything
McDonald's job.
is
I'll
better
do what
than
I gotta
nothing.
do.
Anything is better than nothing. If you've gone months and months and months not making a cent, and you want to complain and you want to get sad and you want to wallow in it, but you will not accept these jobs that you've convinced yourself that you're above. You're not above anything
You're not
if you don't
helping
have
yourself.
a job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not above anything if you are currently unemployed. You know?
And I will take that, and I will put that directly into tattoos. We'll say you want to be the Eddie Merlots. I know if it's not your part of the town, whatever. You want to be that 5-star restaurant tattoo artist, right? You're gonna have
Don't
to
we
take,
all, baby? Don't
you're gonna
we
have
all?
to take those 5-layer burrito tattoos, and
Until-
and not the filet mignon until you can. You got to do what you want. You got to do what you got to do until you can do what you want.
Well, yeah. Well, you also got to prove that you can get there. You know what I'm saying?
You have to do
You gotta
what
prove
you
get
got
there.
to do until you can do what you want to do. That's real, bro.
That's life. That's
you
fucking
can't,
life.
You can't walk into a meeting full of I don't know, men that are talking.
CEOs.
Yeah, you
Or
can't, and then
women.
and demand
Or women.
and demand. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're gonna have to mop a few floors before you can fucking own the company. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
We
And
have
like-
gotten so deep. Jesus
It is what it
Christ.
is. You know, this is humble beginnings, because I worked at a fucking trailer factory before I started tattooing. And while I was tattooing, I simultaneously worked at that trailer factory, which, let me tell fucking you, it sucks to work at a trailer
yeah.
factory.
You were doing that and managing the shop
and managing the shop.
when you
You
first
can
started.
do, if you're fucking living and breathing and you don't have a wheelchair,
If you're handy and
do,
capable.
yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise, including yourself.
Including yourself. If you are alive and well and you have nothing wrong with you, but you still can't figure, if you still don't have nothing to show for like your
Your
physical
life.
state, like if you are
yeah.
if you are able to do something and you're going to tell me that there's nothing you can do, I'm not going to sit and say, "Man, you're right. I'm sorry about your luck." No.
The only thing holding you back is you.
Yeah, no.
If you don't think you can just skip a little bit of fucking Netflix and get on YouTube and get on your grind and learn how to do everything you want to do, you're bullshitting yourself.
Or talk to
I'm
someone.
not gonna believe
You're
Or,
selling
do the
yourself
research.
short. You're selling yourself short. That's so real. Like don't let and sometimes like shit's hard. If you want to learn how to do something, you're gonna have to learn how to do it. There's not a damn thing in this world that's worth doing that you're gonna be good at first try doing it.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Yeah, and if you
Absolutely
are,
not.
you're a fucking
Ever.
anomaly.
And
You
if
are
you're gonna
freaking nature, more power to you.
if you want to
Very
do
few of
something,
us
bro,
out there.
do it. If there's nothing like that's real. Like that's about
That's all you got to do is just do it.
Yeah.
The unfortunate truth is most people don't have the discipline to go from thought to action.
or the self-awareness. Like
Anyone
some
else
people
feeling mad hype right now?
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped.
Mad
you
hype.
kind of and we talk about this all the time, like outside us three mostly actually that I've had this conversation with, is that if you're not self-aware, you kind of have to, like, if you're a self-aware person talking to someone who's not self-aware, you kind of have to accept a little bit that like they're not always going to hear you.
There's so much to unpack here.
They're not always going to hear what you have to say. Like everything that we just said about get your ass up and do it, do this, do that. I guarantee there's probably one person listening to what you have to say and said, well, no, because
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy. It is that easy.
I'm sure
it
it's-
is.
yeah.
Get up,
Because
do
I
something.
promise that if it was impossible, no one would do it, and if it was easy, then everyone would do it. So figure it the fuck out or don't.
it's
But
as
totally
easy as
on you.
starting.
It's on you.
However hard it gets after you start, whatever. Starting, the easiest part. Doing
The
it.
greatest journeys in life start with that first step.
Yeah. However
Period.
hard the steps are after it, then, keep pushing. But unless you start, there's never going to be an outcome.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I have to pee so bad. You guys
How
want to keep
far are we?
going, or you guys want to pause? You guys want to stop? I just have to go to the bathroom, ridiculously bad.
How far into it are we?
Oh, dear Lord. Well, this has been The Tattoo Hang. Thank you for listening to me and Jeff's anyways, drunken stupor, as it were, behind the table.
I haven't
as
broken the
Keely
seal.
has had her 1-year anniversary in tattooing.
Come celebrate with me by getting a tattoo.
Yes, absolutely. And you can get a hold of her. You can get a hold of her on Facebook. It is Keely
Savage.
She'll be the first result, as far as I know. I haven't seen another
Look for
one
this
yet.
pretty face.
Yeah, you know what she looks like. Go find her. She's killing it. And to be completely honest, all of our so you
Newer.
just reached artist status. You are not an apprentice anymore, but all our apprentices are fucking killing it right now.
the
Bro.
game.
We
Come
we
on.
have a bunch of fucking
on.
dude. We got some heavy hitting motherfuckers.
I was having a hard
dog.
time last year. I'm like, fuck, we got
You-
so many apprentices.
You could cut the talent in this studio with a knife.
Oh yeah.
Because it's thick, boy.
Because it's thick, boy.
thick, boy. All right, as always, we're sponsored by Wicked Fast Skincare, and we have a promo code because we're badasses.
Ooh.
It is the
The
tattoo
tattoo
hang
hang.
at wickedfastskincare.com. And Brian McElworth on Facebook. If you get a hold of him, I'm sure you can get some killer deals too. But we are also, I'm going to call us sponsored by Carnival of Ink Network.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Shout
we're
out my
gonna be-
dogs.
when we get booths next to the stage in order to get great camera footage of our
We're sponsored.
yeah.
We
Yep.
feel the love.
That's
we love
family,
you guys.
baby.
Love
That's
you, Joe.
family.
Love you, Anna. Love everybody that's
Candy,
involved.
Mike,
Candy,
Kyle.
Candy.
Candy.
All the people
We're getting
that
the
make
right
it happen.
tequila next time, girl. I
Dude.
promise you.
Yeah, not the light. She likes
Not
the
that
dark.
clear
She likes
shit.
the light.
Candy,
Fuck that.
Candy, if they
Yeah.
would have taken me with them, I would have gotten it right for you, girl.
And
All I'm saying.
she is right. She is 100% right.
They
Anyway,
didn't take me to the liquor store that day.
you
Sorry,
can,
girl.
You can get our T-shirts. Just go ahead and message me personally, Zach Osborne, or Jeffrey Marcus, or Keely Savage on Facebook or any social media. Will be on there. But they are $25 per shirt. We have all
a bad
sizes
deal.
up to XXL and all the way down to small. I think we got 2 smalls left. Somebody just won one. She's asking me why she always wins shit. You guys can take action if you're trying to win shit because she only
Get
was
on
1 out of
it.
5.
Get on it.
But I love you all. I hope you have a great holiday month. We're going to do one more before, and I believe I'm going to be in a
Christmas.
Santa outfit for
Happy
the
With a
Hanukkah.
glitter beard.
Happy
with a
New Year.
glitter beard.
This is the
I'll find-
tattoo hang.
I'll find something festive to do for myself also, but
As always, stay hung.
Stay on.